Hey, what's going on? Welcome to the Underground Treehouse. I'm Big Kenny, and it's Guy Show time. Now, men, when it comes to issues of character, there are three things that you're always going to have to do. That's honor your obligations, your commitment, and stand behind your word. Unlike women, men judge men differently. Character is the thing that makes us ally with you or see you as opposition. It's not your financial status. It's not your accomplishments. It's not your athletic abilities. All of those things are fine in their place, but honoring your obligations, your commitment, and standing behind your word is what will make other men look at you and say, that's a stand-up guy. Now, the caveat to all of this is when you're honoring obligations, commitment, and standing behind your word, you have to understand two universal truths that are undeniable. And that is, number one, everybody can't go. And number two, you can't want it for them more than they want it for themselves. And that doesn't mean people are undeserving. That doesn't mean you can't support people. That doesn't mean people aren't capable. It just means simply that there are certain times when once your work is done, you will have to allow for the division of labor and allow these people to kick in and do their part. I had a situation once where I was managing a restaurant and my supervisor told me before I had ever met one of my employees, you're going to have to fire this guy. Now, when I met him, he was a young urban brother, meaning that he presented himself in an urban way. What's going on, bruh? He had the whole twist like this with the gold teeth. And I'm never one to start with racism or suggest it's racism, but I'm never one to ignore it either. So I'm thinking the disconnect between this older white gentleman and this younger urban brother was that the way he presented himself. Well, I asked him what the problem was. He said, I'm not making enough money. I said, I'll tell you what I can do. I'll give you a quarter raise today. And every 30 days when you're due for your review, I'll review you and give you a quarter raise until you where you feel like you should be. All you have to do is work with me. Now, his first thing was, oh man, a quarter. And hey, bro, look, I'm supposed to be firing your ass. You understand what I'm saying? You're supposed to be leaving here today. I'm going to have to explain how you went from being fired to getting a raise. So work with me. Now, I give this brother a raise. I explain to my supervisor what I'm trying to do. And against his better judgment, he allows me to run with this social experiment. And it went well for about 3-4 days. Dude was showing up on time. He was doing his work. About day number 5, he was scheduled to come in at 11. He came in at 3:30. Now, that's important because he was getting off at 4 o'clock. Now, when he got there at 3:30, his excuse for being late was, man, I'm young. You know how it is. And I'm thinking, yeah, but not at work, player. So we went through this several times. And then at some point, I told him, bruh, I've tried, but I've got to let you go. Which he says to me, Kenny, how you gonna fire me? You know I need this job. To which I reply, and you know you need this job too. I can't want your job for you more than you want your job. I can't put my job on the line trying to protect yours. There is a division of labor. I've done my part. You're neglecting yours. And in all cases of commitment, in all cases of honoring your word and your obligations, you have to understand that once you've done your part, you got to release other people to do theirs. And if they fall short, it's not your fault. I know a lot of funny people that didn't make it in comedy, not because they weren't funny, because they never wanted to get up on the stage. There's a great writer out there whose best-selling book will never be read because they won't put the words on the page. There's somebody right now who could blow the doors off of somebody like a Usain Bolt, but dude, keep believing he can never do it, and as a result, he never does. Honor your word, honor your commitment and your obligations, but at the end of the day, accept you can't want it more for them than they want it for themselves. And at the end of the day, everybody can't go.